We'll be a little bit early. We'll surprise whoever's in. Oh, there's 2 people in now. So I figured out why we had such a massive crowd last week, eh?
Why?
It was in Podcastage's Discord that Podcastage was in the room and chatting.
That'll do it.
Yeah. So somebody's like, "Hey, Bandrew's in Dark Corner Studios live stream." So that's why everybody dropped in just to see what Bandrew had to say.
Did he make like one comment?
He had like 2 or 3. He had 2 or 3. He also joined membership club.
Oh, so, nice.
Yeah,
he's
now in the champagne room. I don't know if he is right now, but he's got some champagne room action happening.
Getting drunk on some champagne.
We got 2 people in the room. Who's here? We're just gonna give it a few seconds. Sean, what's up, buddy? We're gonna give it a few seconds while people decide to pile in. It's been a very, very active week. This has been a brutal week for me, man. I like dragging into Friday. Doing that class for college. We started a little bit early, Sean. I put it for 5:10 and then started early because
why not?
Yeah. Hey, Jan. What's up? Hey, we're up to 3. Ooh.
I'm installing the Wheatstone software so I can try to find a way to turn that fucking gate off.
No, don't worry about it, buddy. It's perfectly fine the way it is. Stu George. What's up, brother? I swear I said that he was in the live chat. Everyone else read it wrong. Oh, okay, yeah. Still, it was fun to see a bunch of people pile in. They all kind of stuck around for the most part. So that was kind of cool. Kind of nice to see. But this week I'm starting to get burnt out teaching. The teaching's just one thing too much. And I don't know, man. I skidded into Friday like, oof.
That's the thing. Like, I was talking to one of my buddies this week who's trucker, and he just started working for another company like a month ago, and like a month later they've already got him training people. He's at the point he's making a killing. Like his latest paycheck was like over $3,000 for like 2 weeks worth of work, and he's like, it's awesome, but he's like, I have no life.
Yeah,
like,
I
and it's like,
that.
yeah, the coin is great, but you know, at some point you got to have a balance, right?
When I used to be a truck driver, that used to be my job because I had so much experience, right? Like I had 16 years experience. And I would start a job and they're like, "Oh, you're so good. Just train everybody." I'm like, but I just started the job. Holy shit.
I love the status, and Wheatnet says status trying.
Wheatnet. It's giving it its best.
It's trying.
So I got the message. I'm getting my RODECASTER Pro at some point today. I'm guessing it's coming Monday because it's 5 o'clock and they still haven't delivered it. Actually, I could check it. Ooh, I could check it. Hey, live stream. Check my shipment on the live stream. Other than that, I also got accepted into university today. That is the other big news. I am going to be a university student coming soon. I have no idea what that means for me going forward. All I do know is it's going to give me ample opportunity to move my job into something that I really want it to be. If I was an ice cream driver, I'd eat my profits. Same, Sean. Same. By the way, your announcement of where you might be.
I can't.
No. I wasn't. No. I wasn't going
to say we're not official about it.
Well, I wasn't
we're official, but like
I wasn't talking about the job. I was talking about where.
Oh yeah, Ottawa. But I even that I have to be a little bit.
Okay, that's cool. We'll keep that on the DL.
There's certain people that if they find out will panic. So there's a certain finesse.
That's cool. That has
to be done.
Dimebag says, "What taking? Media production design, because it's the one thing that I can really like sink my teeth into for everything else I'm doing, like YouTube, and basically everything I want to do. I've been launching my my voiceover career." At the same time, so I'm doing a lot of the footwork there. This is one of the reasons I'm so burnt out right now. Like when I say I'm burnt out, I spent all week this week after work just sitting staring at the computer, not even doing anything. I'm doing my Monday video today. Like I recorded it today just because I've been so like bloody burnt out that I just can't even. It's so frustrating too, because I want to get stuff done, but then you're like at the end of Wednesday, I was shot out. 2 o'clock on Wednesday, I was literally shot out. So I'm actually very, very excited for something along these lines that'll allow me to not work 15 things at the same time to try to make a paycheck. Congratulations, my manager. Thanks, Poseidon. My manager sponsored me for Burger King University, but I declined and went into media. Yeah, well, we all make mistakes. Yeah, it's true. So, it's going to be interesting come September. How do you launch a voiceover career? I actually produced a video on that, Dimebag. Literally Monday's video, last Monday's. I can't hear you, Dylan, for some reason.
Because I'm muting myself manually as a fix for the gate problem.
Oh, don't worry about the gate, buddy. You're worried too much.
All good.
You sure?
No, don't want to have static covering you up.
You go live. Now my kids want to eat. LOL, I can't win. I know, it's one of those things that we're going live at such a time. Like, we usually have dinner at about 6 o'clock. So usually when I come out of this live, I'm like ravenous. And my dogs are pissed off because I didn't feed them at 5:30. This is like one of the worst timed live streams, but it just wouldn't work any other time for us. Like, I think we could do it a little bit later or a little bit before, but no, with consistency, 5 o'clock seems to be the best time. I need another mod. I don't even have a single mod. What do you think I need a mod for the live chat or for Discord? Jay's playing Yankees tonight. Yay. I haven't watched a baseball game all year either. She's been so out of it. Anyways, Rodecaster Pro videos are going to start rolling soon. And I think there's going to be a few of them. I think there's going to be it seems the only content people want to watch right now is Rodecaster Pro II content. That's literally what everyone's chomping at the bit for. So Monday's video, most likely going to be this bad boy, the Samsung Q9U, which I've been holding on to. I've had this since I think late April or early May. They sent me a bunch of stuff, and I've been trying to get through. I didn't want to line up all the Samsung stuff week after week. So Samsung Q9U going on Monday, but from there it's just going to be a rollout of Rodecaster Pro. I would really want to beat this machine to death and get what I can out of it. I would love to go back to school and take video production, audio production, and media marketing. Media marketing is an interesting one. We took it. Both Dylan and I. You're muted.
That's a much more lucrative one. Go into media marketing. Do not go into...
Yeah, media marketing is a lot of money.
Yeah.
Camille, almost not...
And also, there's demand for that. There's no demand for production. Like, there's no demand for creative because there's a shit ton of people that already do it. And there's more people that do it than we need to do it. So
yeah, and there's a lot of people with 20 years experience doing it very, very well.
Yeah.
And that's the tough part. Media is one of those, it's a young guy's game.
Yep.
And I'm feeling the pressure on that. That's why media production design, because of what I'm doing with YouTube and my own voiceover career and having a production house in this studio, Dark Corner Studios production, it makes sense. And it only furthers that goal rather than... It's also a co-op, so I actually end up with a full-time job out the door. And one of the things I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be working my butt off to make sure I'm at the top of that class for that co-op, so I can walk out with a pretty decent paying job. Camille, almost not got my Sennheiser MKH50 back orders everywhere. It sucks. Sennheiser has those... Usually when there's back orders like that, it usually means the products... They're waiting for enough pull from inventory to run a line. Who was I talking to about that? I think it was Rode with the Rodecaster Pro, and he's like, yeah, we don't even have any. This was about 4 months ago, and he's like, we haven't run a Rodecaster Pro off the line in months because there's no draw for it. They weren't pulling in enough orders to justify setting up the line to actually run a few out. So, and you'll notice, I think Sennheiser does that quite a bit because their MKH 416s will go out of stock everywhere. And then all of a sudden, about a month after they go out of stock, boom, it's everywhere. So they just wait for everywhere to need it, and then they send it out. So I'm the opposite of a mod. I'm the guy that disrupts a room. Yeah, I don't know who I'm gonna hand wrenches to. Like, and that's the thing. That's the big question, I think, for a lot of people doing live streams. Handing people the wrench is a big deal. There's a few people I have in mind that I wouldn't mind doing that for, but it's also somebody I want to make sure it's somebody that's in the Discord community, that's kind of all around the channel. So I don't know. There's no need for it yet. We don't really have any pressing issues in chat for any moderation at the moment. I think at some point it will happen. I mean, like just last week alone, when we got 32 people in this room, things started to get a little hairy, and it's amazing where it's like, that's only 32 people. However, 32 people is enough to really bog down chat to the point where it's really hard to follow. So we'll see. Dyson vacuum production. Yeah, Sean. What was that?
Hence why when you go on like major live streams, major channel live streams, they don't even really address chats unless they're super chats, because there's thousands of them.
I still love the concept of like running off chat and being able to work within the room. I think it's going to come to a point, hopefully not in the near future. Hopefully there's a bit of time, but it is going to come to a point where it's going to be hard to address comments.
Well, and also it's going to be hard to address comments and still have the content be of decent quality. I mean, when you're just basically engaging in a bunch of non sequitur answers, it's not really a live stream.
Well, and
it's
that's
a Q&A.
the thing, right? But then you go to some of those live streams. Like I watch a guy who has 300 people live on stream, which also isn't a lot of people on live stream, and I can't follow the chat. Like it's like gone.
Yep.
It's
you start reading one comment and there's 20 more underneath it.
Yeah, and not only that, there's 20 more underneath it, but it's people talking amongst themselves. It's all this stuff. So, yeah, I'm hoping it doesn't happen that way. I hope we can have a nice little slow live chat as it goes. You can also set the live chat to one message every 10 seconds or 20 seconds, but then you just piss everybody off.
Yeah, pretty much.
Last week it was fun and I was at home. Now I'm at work and trying to chat in stealth. Hope you got some headphones on. You're not walking around with our voices ringing out at your work, buddy. Yeah, so Q9U. What a horrible microphone.
Not even pulling punches.
It sounds good. It's another one. You remember the MV7? The big issue with that was that it sounded great in
on
USB mode.
And horrible in XLR, yeah.
Another, man, it sounds literally like you're wading through mud on the XLR with this thing. I don't understand it. Like the low mids and the lows are just like literal mud. And my voice is just, I would love to see how it sounds on Lisa's voice. Although I'm not going to be able to get the female voice test out on this.
You mean Mrs. Dark Corner?
I still call her by Lisa.
Do you?
Yeah, I think so.
I think this might be the first time you've ever on the stream.
All right, my wife, the wife.
You just doxed your wife.
No, not quite. We have different last names too, so
They don't even know your last name.
Exactly. That's how it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
Oh, that's really stuck in there. All right, I'm just gonna leave that.
That's what she said.
Yeah, I would love to hear how it sounds on her voice, because that the low end presence would probably suit something like her voice, which doesn't have any presence on the low end. She's all mids and upper. Like, she can sound kind of harsh on most mics, and that's kind of why I wanted her to do these. So I don't know, man. The Q9U for XLR, it just you can see why it's dropped in price since it was released. It's also like, come on, you literally ripped off the SM7B and the RE20 in one microphone. Like they literally ripped off both of them at the same time. How do you do that? Anyways. Yeah, not my favorite mic. Dr. Dark Corner, she doesn't go by Dark Art School to be called Mrs. Not a doctor yet. I have a feeling I'm going to have to call her a doctor when she's finally out of her PhD. God, it's going to be rough. What are you doing? Are you still doing Weedstone?
I just had a really derpy moment. You're going to laugh so much because I'm laughing so much. So I'm like reading the WheatNet manual on how to reset the IP address of the fucking blade. Yeah. And I'm on the screen, I see the window and it says a status is online. And I'm like, oh, okay, so it connected. And I'm like trying to click and drag the window up because it's at the bottom, and then I realized I'm dragging the picture in the manual. I'm I'm trying to drag the picture in the manual and not the actual window that's actually minimized.
Man.
Yep.
Wow.
It's a Friday.
It's
Welcome to Friday.
Red Cabin made it. Power has been off since yesterday. Are you, Red Cabin, you're in the GTA or are you in the... Whereabouts are you? I know in Ontario it's been rolling outages across Eastern Ontario. Like, it's just been ridiculous the amount of power outages there have been. J-Cap, I just bought a Dynacaster, thanks to you. Thanks for reviewing it. No worries. Yeah, that's a great little mic. Hopefully you enjoy it. I actually just used mine today. I'm literally sitting in a vat of mics at the moment. They're all around me. I've got the SM7, even got the Samsung Q2U. Just microphones all around me right now. That's a great microphone. Yeah, I'm curious to see how Samsung's going to react to the Q9U review that I put out, because it wasn't the nicest review. We'll see. We'll see what they think. Sean, today someone set a woman on fire at a TTC station. Jesus Christ. Oh, Northern Michigan. So pretty much Canada. Yeah. Northern Michigan, because I do mid-Michigan radio. I'm voice of a station, WMMI. It's WMMI mid-Michigan. So I can't remember what station or what city that's in. Anyways, let me know if you're around there. Oh wow, VA Mountains getting tornado warnings. Yeah, we had tornado warnings yesterday, and it was ridiculous because they're like 1 or 2 tornadoes could drop down, and we ended up having like 4 or 5. Nothing by me, thank God. But yeah, it's some pretty nasty weather yesterday. It's been a ridiculous week. It's actually been a ridiculous couple weeks. What's up?
Just had to take a picture of a MAC address.
You're troubleshooting during the live stream. I love how you know, I'm gonna be able to turn this gate off.
No fucks given. No fucks.
By the way, this all started for Dylan because I was like, "Oh, are you gonna run your gate?" Because the gate sounds horrible when you've got the air conditioning on. Because it's like this rush of sound every time you open up your mouth.
As you can hear.
Yeah. Grand Rapids, Ann Arbor, Dearborn, and of course Detroit. I love going through Michigan. I've never actually been into Michigan. I've always wanted to go to Detroit to see the Red Wings play. Red Wings and Leafs. That back in the days when they used to be in the same division. That was some of my favorite. So, do you want to tell the class what you've been doing?
Like right now?
Yeah, like what are you doing?
Right now I am resetting. I'm reassigning the IP address to the blade, which I have to enter in the MAC address into this little tool, and then like send out a probe, and then power cycle it. And then it'll send back a thing if it was successful. It's stupid.
All right.
And yeah.
1 second. Yeah, WMMI 830.
Yeah, what he said.
That's the one. 880. So I'm WMMI 830 AM, and it's in 1 second. WMMI Mid-Michigan. Mount Pleasant. That's what it is.
Oh, yeah.
Shepherd, Michigan. So it's located in Shepherd, 8:30 a.m. Classic country form. Oh no, WMMI switched to Buck 92. Huh.
Buck 92.
Yeah, it's that country station.
Sounds like it.
No, it's My 104.3. Wait. Yeah, My 104.3. Because it wasn't a country station. I remember him talking about switching it. I might not be the voice of that station anymore.
You don't even know.
I don't. So basically, he contacted me. Yeah. He called me 3 years ago on the news demo we did. He's like, "Dude, sounds great. Can you do it? I don't have a lot of money. Small station." I'm like, "Yeah, whatever." I think he paid me $200 US, and it was a lot of work. I went through and I did their whole catalog of promos and stuff like that. Yeah, I think probably about 25 hours worth of work, all in all. And I was like, never going to do that again. Then he messaged me like about a year and a half ago. He's like, come on, man, I just need a few pickups. I'll give you $75. So I'm like, yeah, but this is the last time, Sean. That's his name, Sean. Sean something. Anyways, yeah, I have not touched WMMI since then. I have no idea if they still have my voice. I did a shite read for it too.
I mean, they should be paying you because there's still a licensing fee attached to using.
There was nothing agreed to, and yes. I don't care. I'm out, and I won't be able to voice any other stations in Mid-Michigan. Who gives a shit? I don't think Mid-Michigan's going to be clamoring to get me on their roster. It's funny too because when I talked to them, when I did all the reads, they would call me back and they would try to correct my Canadiana. So she's like, "No, you're saying a boot. Stop saying a boot." I don't say a boot.
Yeah, we're saying about.
About. Yeah. No, you're saying a boot. So
yeah,
there's a lot
says the chick from Michigan.
Yeah,
because Michigan has such amazing pronunciation.
Oh man, some of the shit that they had me pronounce that was in like the Mid-Michigan linguistic kind of. Oh my god, I was like, really? That's how you say it down there?
Oh yeah, it's hot out. Hot out on the roof. On the roof.
I don't. My roof.
I'll stop saying a boot when you guys stop saying roof.
Roof. I'm usually in Cleveland. Annika DeBrion had my VO experience with super small stations, super low pay with too much work. Yeah, you know what? It actually was kind of it's kind of verified what I wanted to do and what I didn't want to do. And that's weird. Just lost Dylan's audio for a second. It verified what I did and didn't want to do. And one of the big things that it told me was that my time's worth more. And I think I needed that experience because working for them and at the same time starting a morning show where I was making decent money at the morning show, not needing to rely on the voiceover as much, plus starting this and realizing this was more of a ticket into doing voiceover than anything, because what I'm going to end up doing is mostly e-learning, doing e-learning modules. Because that's what I do on this. Like, I literally do e-learning for like how to use a microphone. So I've literally got the direction down of how to do it. So that's where I'm going to go into. There's some really good money in e-learning too. The problem is it's boring VO. It's not sexy whatsoever. I don't care about the sex appeal to the VO though. I'm not interested in that. Midnight Wolf, I don't say
A-bald.
Dimebag, I'm in Vancouver. We don't pronounce things weird here. I'll hook you up with somebody from Mid-Michigan and we'll see, man. All of Canada has it. Like, I lived in Alberta, and in Alberta, you betcha.
Oh, yeah, that'll fuck you up. That'll fuck you up. Yeah, the prairies and out east. Those are the two places that will absolutely butcher your pronunciation.
And every once in a while, I'll say car. Get in the car. And it's like such an East thing to do. Like Thunder Bay's just as bad at it. Like get in the car. So it's slowly coming out. But I'm gonna actually get a speech coach to try to train out some of the Canadiana in my voice. It's actually not that expensive, and if you can do it, you can start scoring a lot more gigs down south. So.
See, I kick around all Southern Ontario my whole life, pretty much. So, like, we're pretty much just a stone's throw away from Americans anyway.
Yeah, it's still there, though, man. It's like I lived in Toronto for 6 years, and it's still there. The names in Michigan are screwed up because the French fur traders tried to pronounce Ojibwa Huron, and that was translated to English. Yeah, I know. Canada does the same thing, man. Ottawa itself, where we live, Ottawa is actually a screwed up version of an indigenous name. That's Odawa.
Odawa.
So, I've lived in Edmonton, Calgary, Winnipeg, and Stephenville, Newfoundland. Oh, Dimebag, you have probably the linguistic skill of a beast. And British Columbia, of course. Yeah, you probably... Where's your two, brother? Sean Webb... as an Australian in the USA, it's always going to be aluminium.
Aluminium.
I'm trying to say aluminium just to piss people off. So I had a co-host that I actively despised. Her and I hated each other. Yeah, you know
Is
who it
this
is.
C?
Yeah. So I had a co-host that I absolutely despised. She was one of those people that couldn't be wrong ever. And one of the things that I brought up is like the word garage. Like people call it a garage instead of a garage. People call it aluminium instead of aluminum. And one of the questions I had on the show was, what words do you pronounce that aren't Canadian? Like something like aluminium. I started getting into the habit of saying that. That's not an actual word. People don't say that. I'm like, everybody outside of North America says aluminium. There's an extra freaking I in the word. Good God. And she fought me all day and got into a real pissed off mood and stormed out of the station. Even though I pulled up like YouTube video after YouTube video to see. Anyways. I swear the up sounds just like an episode of Letterkenny. Up. Dylan, prior to COVID, I used to go to Buffalo all the time. It's easier to drive to Buffalo from Hamilton on a day off than to try to drive to Toronto. I've only been to Buffalo once. It was with Prax Air when I was driving Prax Air. And I guess I just went into the industrial part of Buffalo. So I was like, nothing to see here. One of these days I'm going to...
I've had wings from there.
Close. I say car like you do, but I'm from Windsor, Ontario. Everyone says car because all the Newfies came from the east and they spread their car all the way across.
What's
car?
What's the like? What are you gonna a core? Like what? I can't think of another single pronunciation.
Care. Basically saying it like care.
Car.
Get in a car.
Car.
Yeah.
It's car. It's car.
There's no E on the end.
There's no care. Yeah. I don't give a care about car.
We're ripping apart the Canadian dialect.
Care about.
Well,
care,
it's the guy
I
work with now, Jay Harrington. He used to be on the Bears Breakfast on the Bear in Ottawa here. And I remember it was about 10 years ago, and I was listening to the morning show, and he'd have this commercial that came on every time. And it was one of those, like, trade your car for the diabetes. Was it diabetes or the liver foundation? But it was one of the foundations that would take your old car, and they would get the money for it from scrapping it. So you could donate to them your old car, and they would get all the money. And it was a nice thing to do. But every time he was like, trading your car. And that's how the commercial started every single time. So when I started working with him, I was like, dude, can you just say car? Can you just say car every once in a while? Say car, Jay. Say car.
Hey, car.
Up is the Upper Peninsula of Michigan. Good to know. I have the most basic London accent that's exactly halfway between received pronunciation and Cockney. Oh, God. That sounds like fun. I've always been fascinated by accents, and I've always adapted them really easily. If you immerse me in a culture, I will start to, as they call in, like if you were to come to Canada and picked up a Canadian accent, to you, you'd be losing your accent. To us, or to us, you're losing your accent. To you, you're actually talking like us. And if I go to Ireland, I lose my Canadian accent in this snap of a finger. Like I am literally speaking with an Irish accent minutes after dropping in the plane. And it's one of the most frustrating things in the world, but it's also kind of fun too, because if I ever want to do voiceover with an accent, literally just got to go on a vacation. That's literally the only accent I've never really been to affect has been the Scottish one, but there's also like tons of dialects of Scottish accent.
Yep, there's Glasgow, there's Edinburgh, there's
and so
Highlands.
I've never had enough, like other than the media portrayed Scottish accent, which is the same thing with other accents in different countries. I've never really been exposed to enough. I think I need to go to Scotland for a couple months. Come back, sound fun. Try Dutch.
Spend some time in Shetland where everything's tiny.
Yeah. Try Dutch. I dated a Dutch girl once, and I couldn't wrap my hands around it. I don't mean that in a weird way.
Great.
No, I try because she always tried to teach me, and it just never worked. Never worked. Don Cherry did that until he was disgraced by saying dumb things. Cars for kids. Cars for kids. That's what it's called.
Cars for kids.
Okay, let's scroll down here. I worked on cruise ships, an American company where English was the working language, but everyone learned their English in different parts of the world. Ship English developed. Well, I mean, you look at that. You look at places like Louisiana where English doesn't sound a lot like English. Oh, Newfoundland. There's a perfect example of English being spoken by people and English people not understanding what they're saying. Like, I've worked with people that, because we used to hire people from Newfoundland to come work with us in Edmonton when we were doing some of the ice roads up there. And if you hired somebody from Newfoundland, you got one of the best workers ever. Dudes would haul ass. They would not stop. They wouldn't have to eat. They wouldn't have to drink. They were literal machines at the job. The one problem was, though, you couldn't understand a bloody thing they said to you. They understood everything you said to them, but I had no idea what Johnny was saying half the time. Anyways, so yeah, I mean, ship English is a thing. Newfie English is also a thing. Dutch girl and save money on dinner. Date a Dutch girl and save money on dinner. Oh, there's at least 5 accents on the England side of the England-Scotland border. Oh, I can imagine. Beresford, how hard is it for somebody from one unique section of Scotland to understand the people from the polar opposite? That's what I'm kind of curious about. Can you understand each other? Because I met a Scottish guy. You couldn't tell he was Scottish because everything that just rolled out of his mouth was like ridiculous nonsense.
Well, there's because there's a difference between like the phonetics or the accent and the dialectic differences. Mm-hmm. Like, great example is Trinidad. You go to Trinidad, they have a saying, "Wam tol all you." So what does that mean? That means, what is the matter with all of you? And in Trinidadian English, because that is the language there, "Wam tol all you." That's the phrase. And it doesn't even resemble the actual phrase. But we have things like that. Like Newfoundland. Newfoundland is a great example. I saw a guy a guy in I think somewhere in England was a YouTuber was talking. He's like, I don't know if she's trying to say Newfoundland, which is a place in Saskatchewan, or Newfoundland. I'm like, yeah, Newfoundland. Or like in Ottawa, you got Saint Laurent. It's like, no, it's Saint Laurent. No, it's Saint Laurent. Like, there's all kinds of things like that.
Stu says, lived in Middlesbrough. I'm not even sure I'm pronouncing that right. For a while, Midlands Fun, Geordie's Manx. How do you like the MKH 416? Does the shotgun also work outside your vocal booth? I don't have a vocal booth. This is where I do all of my work.
Yeah, your ISO shack.
It doesn't. Yeah, this thing doesn't work in an ISOVox. This thing is literally half the length of the ISOVox. It's probably not going to work well. I should try to set it up in there. It would probably be boomy as fuck. I'm sitting in the middle of my studio and it's perfectly fine. Now, that said, due to recent events, I don't know if I'm going to be using this specific microphone for voiceover jobs. Probably going to use the ISO mic for voiceover work. I liked how it sounded on my voice, and it works perfectly well in the ISOVox, and that's where I'm going to be doing it. As for the 416, it's incredible how little EQ my voice needs with this microphone. Like when I run this microphone just raw audio, I barely have to do any EQing to my voice. It's just so good. It doesn't actually even have some of the sibilance issues that I have. It doesn't actually pick up on a lot of that. So it's pretty impressive all in all. Now, that said, that's my voice, Camille. So I don't know if that's going to work for everyone. Although I haven't yet met a person that doesn't sound good on the 416. And that's saying something for a microphone, right? Beresford, most people in the UK can understand most people in the UK. There will always be extremes in every corner, though. I can imagine. Ken, dear God, man. I think we're going to have to leave a carrot out just so Ken, smells it and comes running. Welcome to the program, Ken. You can start at the beginning, or you can just follow along. TechMed Rainer, cheers, brother. Thank you. Thank you for that super chat. I'm German, but when I'd been Scotland in the Glasgow area and came back, my English sounded Scottish. By the way, tomorrow my RCP2 should arrive. Yeah, mine's coming today, I think. As long as I don't get that little freaking note on the door. Oh, the UPS note? Oh my God, if I get that on the door, I'm going to be so mad. Because that means I'm not going to get the bloody thing until Monday at 1 p.m. And I'm going to be so ragey if that happens. Nice cans, Aiden. I have them too, and they're great. Yeah, these are by far my favorite headphones I've used. The Rode ones. By far. Now, that said, they're just the most comfortable. They're not the greatest cans you'll ever buy. But for live monitoring of a live situation like doing live streaming or a morning show, oh my God, these things are heaven. For long-term use, they're fantastic. The problem comes when someone from New York tries listening to grime or drill rappers from London. I can see that happening. Someone needs to post a PCB picture of RODECASTER Pro II. I want to see the preamp chip. I'm going to be disassembling my RODECASTER Pro II. That's one of the things that I do want to do with this. And it's funny too, because I know Rode is probably going to like swallow their tongue when I do it. But part of my fascination with a lot of this stuff is tearing it apart. I enjoy that kind of stuff. And there's nothing on the RODECASTER Pro that's probably going to give me a hard time. I can't imagine there's anything on the, I guess the screen, the touch screen's probably going to be a little problematic, isn't it? What do you think, Dylan?
I mean, here's the thing. If you're an electronics guy and you know what you're looking at, yeah, but you're just going to be staring at a bunch of parts on a board that you probably don't fully understand.
Well,
so
no,
is it going to be worth it? Like, taking apart a mic is a different story.
I can find the preamp chips, no problem. Those are...
Yeah, but are you going to be able to know what you're looking at? Like, are you going to be able to validate anything about it?
Well, I'm going to know what the chips are, the preamp chips. That's what people want to see, right, on these things? But the problem also, the preamp chips are proprietary, meaning I don't know if anyone's going to be able to get anything from that either.
Exactly. So that's kind of
I would be a little worried about the touch screen, because rip a ribbon off and that board's fucked. Like if a ribbon breaks, it's completely screwed.
Just be careful.
Yeah, well, no, I tear most things apart that I own, so it's not that big of a deal. What? Nothing's ever broken on me. I've never put something back together and it doesn't work. So, hand to God, I'm okay. Oh, there was that one phone. Phones are different though. Twice I've had connecting flights in Germany where I've never spent time exploring the country. It'd be great to take a proper trip there. I have one of our dream trips is going to. My wife spent a day in Frankfurt where she fell asleep in the park. She literally fell asleep on the grass in the park. She had a 24-hour layover.
Jesus.
And we've always wanted to get a cuckoo clock. So that's one of our things is going to Germany and backpacking around all of Germany. That's going to be a blast. Gotta go, boys. Ken, dude, you didn't even put on the dunce cap, brother. Cheers, buddy. Have a good time with family. Pennsylvania, visiting family. Have a good one, brother. I dissected a from. Oh, frog. Okay, I got it. I guess it was a ribbit mic. I'd be surprised if their preamp beats the top end of the chips. How much is R&D put into it? Their chips aren't going to be beating anything. Let's be perfectly honest. Their preamps aren't going to rule. Their preamps just need to be quiet. That's it. There's no like, they're not here to beat Arturia's AudioFuse Studio. They're not here to beat any of these top $1,000 interfaces. What they're trying to do is they're trying to offer a quiet experience with a decent amount of gain. If they can do that, they're a winner, hands down. They're not going to be a voiceover preamp. They're just not. Are people going to use it for voiceover? Yes, but it's not going to be a voiceover preamp. Let's be perfectly honest with that. It will still be a fantastic board if it can do half of what it's promising. I also haven't seen a lot of reviews on it. Actually, that's a good question for the chat. I'm going to do a poll.
Oh.
All right. Have you seen much content on the RODECASTER Pro II? I haven't. I've only seen Tom Bucks. Tom had his up. And I think that's about it. I've seen Sweetwater's crap. I've seen all this stuff that are like, kind of the stuff that you're just getting the like, this is what it can do. Ooh, but I haven't really seen any reviews. So I'm actually kind of curious to see. Let me know in chat where you've seen it from. Is it just Tom Buck? Is there other people doing it? I haven't been hardcore onto YouTube, so I don't know the past 2 weeks what's been coming out. So let us know. Where's that delivery? It should be on its way. Actually, I did just do it, didn't I? Where is that? I just searched it. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Oh, God, not that. Oh, I did it on my phone. Okay. So let's come back, man. Let's come back.
Coming back.
I've seen nothing in depth, just marketing fluff. And that's the thing. That's one of the things that I've seen. Curtis Judd did a live stream on the RODECASTER Pro last night. And that's cool. I don't follow Curtis as close as I should. I just don't have the time to watch that much YouTube. Let me see here. It says it's still on the truck, out for delivery. View details. Shipment progress. Out for delivery. So it's going to be here sometime soon. Yeah, I haven't, I would really love to see see more in depth. Some of the stuff like reviews like what Bandrew does, reviews like what I do. Tom did his review. Outside of that, I really haven't seen much. Tom Buck. Yeah, Tom's really been riding. Well, you know what? Tom's channel kind of started with the RODECASTER Pro. Like, and that's where he cut his teeth and where he really kind of blew up with his channel. So, yeah, Curtis is very polite. I like Curtis Judd. I like his stuff. His stuff is very like wide range, right? When I bought my lights, I used him as a source for whether or not I should buy and which ones I should buy. So Curtis is awesome. But once again, I really wish I had more time to actually watch YouTube. Wow, 70% saying no, Dylan.
For what?
For any RODECASTER Pro product videos. I thought a bunch of people had this. I know Bandrew has it. I'm wondering if and when. I know Bandrew's struggled in the past with stuff like board reviews because they're really intense. There's so much to test and so much to go over that it's a 15-minute video. If you're only doing one video, it's a 15-minute video. I'm going to be doing, as soon as I get it, I'm going to be shooting an unboxing and first impression. Then I'm going to do a main review. And then I'm going to probably pick off a couple things like quick setups for people, stuff like that. So I'll probably cherry pick a couple things, what people put in comments and stuff like that. But I don't even know if Bandrew's going to do a video on it. What are you doing now?
Reading.
What are you reading? Oh, live streams with Dylan are fun. What book you got there, buddy?
I'm reading the portal for my Cisco business switch, trying to fucking access that stupid WheatNet blade.
Bandrew struggles? Really? What does he struggle with? I know he had a little bit of burnout.
Who doesn't struggle with life these days?
But it's boards. If you're not passionate about boards, those videos suck. There's a lot of footage. There's a lot of content to go through. It can be really hard to, like, I would say probably about 25 to 30 hours on one video, just doing a board review. So if you're doing a comprehensive review, like the P8 video I did, probably was 22 hours of playing with, because you got to remember, first you've got to use the board enough to
talk about it.
Not only talk, but to review it, to actually have competent review points on it, right? Like, you can't just like plug in a mic, talk through it for a bit and go, great. You actually have to do with the board what the board is intended to do. So, and this will happen once in a while. I'll review something like, hey, can you do this? And I'm like, oh shit, I forgot to review that part of it. So it can be really hard. Like when I'm going to run my morning show for a week off of it, that will tell me if it does what I need it to do. Because basically, my morning show is like a 4-hour-long podcast every day. So it'll be really easy to review it after a week of using it live on the show. So I think that's one of the hardest parts of it. If you include the use time, you're probably looking at close to 60 hours on a single review for a board. When a microphone, you can literally plug it in and go. So, Bandrew Struggles was the name of a porn.
Right?
I am not watching that porn. Give it the Julian K treatment and we will know all. I will not give it the Julian K treatment because that's literally like Julian Krause's bread and butter. And I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. I'm not going to do Julian Krause's content better than Julian Krause. That's not saying he's better than me. It's,
but again, it's like
we all stay in our lane.
If you want his style, go to his channel.
Yeah,
like, that's what it's for.
And I know my strengths, and my strengths aren't what Julian Krause does. I will tell you that 110%.
Yep.
I'm still calling Art Transx preamp a sleeper that nobody on YouTube has reviewed. Don't know how many people care about preamp reviews. So, yeah, preamp reviews are tough, man. Straight up preamp reviews are. That's a tough sell. And then people are just going to argue with me in comments, despite whatever I say about it, anyways.
Yep.
What's wrong with the review that it's shit? Don't buy it.
You tried that. That didn't go well. Well, because people get like personally insulted when you say that they made a bad purchase decision. It's like, look, I've made lots of bad purchase decisions. Like,
well, and
not that big a deal.
It's, you know what, even by saying like it's shit, so there's a few metrics that you have to take into consideration. Here's a good example of a metric, and Dylan, I'm holding up a Q2U and a Q9U. Now the Q2U is a super cheap mic. If you were to put it up against an SM7B, it sounds like shit. But for what it is and what it does, and for its price, this is a fantastic microphone. Now, the Q9U sounds better than the Q2U. But it's a worse value. It is not, I would not recommend the Q9U before the Q2U for several different reasons, even though it sounds better than the Q2U. But because what this thing represents is a broadcast mic. And this is one of the worst broadcast mics I've ever held in my hands.
Broadcast mic.
Well, no, it actually says that in its name. It says broadcast microphone.
Yeah, well, so does it on the AT2040. That's sure as shit, not a broadcast mic.
As soon as you call yourself a broadcast mic, you put yourself into a different category. Now, this is a $150 microphone. For $150, not worth it. For $80, the Q2U is. So it's kind of, when I call something shit, like me calling the Q9U shit, doesn't mean that you're going to sound bad. In fact, you're going to sound better than the Q2U. So it is a hard balance when you're dealing with, like, for a voiceover, both of the mics are shite. For a podcaster, both mics work. So it's really hard to find that balance when doing reviews. And that's one of the things I do struggle with. Bangs wants me to do the math. I might be able to do the preamp, the EIN. We'll see. No, not you. We'll get that treatment soon is what I meant. He will not miss it. RODECASTER Pro II, Tom Buck, B&H, Rode itself, Curtis Judd, and a few other reviews. See, here's the problem. B&H doesn't review the product. Rode doesn't review the product. Curtis does. And that's where I've seen a lot of the B&H Sweetwater stuff and Rode stuff. Though that don't take that as a review. That's a showcase. That's them going, oh my God, look what this thing can do. It's amazing. Wait for the reviews. Wait for what like Tom Buck has to say, Curtis Judd, and go from that. I only look at reviews after I buy things. Nice. Sean, bad purchase decisions? Yes, I own a Blue Yeti. People only watch reviews for cheap validation. You know what? The amount of people that hate watch reviews it's amazing. Like, there's a full sect of people out there hate watching reviews. It's hilarious.
Yes, and like, I don't know. I think that just goes to the fact that there are just a subsect of society of people that just enjoy being angry at things.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Which is such a toxic thing.
And I'm more than happy to feed their anger. I don't care.
Well, you get paid to feed their anger, basically.
Yeah, I will call the Blue Yeti shit until the and literally, I'm gonna get a dislike on this live stream because I said the Yeti sucks. And if you look back over the live streams, if you go through the list, every one of them has one or most of them that I say something about either the Rodecaster or the Blue Yeti, I get a dislike on that video. I guess you can't watch or you can't see the dislikes anymore, but it's insane how many.
Can
people...
you not?
Well, no, you can't. I can, but you guys can't.
Why not?
They removed the dislike button, man. Or they removed the amount of dislikes. So all you can do is dislike. You can't see how many there are.
Oh, fucking YouTube in there.
Yeah, that happened like 6 months ago, dude. Where you been?
I don't click on like or dislike on YouTube videos. That's like, what is this? Like YouTube. YouTube is supposed to be savage. What happened to that? YouTube is supposed to be transparent. What happened to that?
It's hurting people's...
This is like, do you remember that brief time? Well, you probably don't, because you don't. Me bringing this up is like you bringing up the dislike button to me on YouTube. But you remember when Instagram in Canada hid likes on posts?
Oh, yeah, no, I do remember that. I do work in radio, so I do actually have to know
Instagram.
that stuff.
Yeah, and then everybody hated it, so now they've kind of gone back to showing you how many likes are on a post.
Oh, this is interesting. Andrew C. Tom Buck's Rode Procaster or Podcaster? Podcaster 2 review was more like an advertisement. When quizzed, he said don't care he liked it that much. Yeah. You know what? And that can be hard when, like, I know he was really excited about it. I talked to him before it was released, and he was kind of like telling me, oh, 1 second, package here.
What? Oh, he's gone. He's off. So I was an idiot, and I used security bit screws on my rack, so I need to break out the drill. Just to take out 2 screws. So we get to listen to me do that for a few seconds here. Somebody want to bring me up to speed on where the hell he just went? I'm assuming something to do with the dog. Oh, it must have been the package. It must have been the thingy that arrived. Okay, I can't even see the comments. Hang on. There we go. Oh, hopefully that's what he's looking for, so he doesn't wait for the UPS target. The Behringer B1, it was good except 10 dB boost. Found it difficult to get the sound good in my voice. Yeah, I know. The timbre of a mic for voiceover is a very personal thing. I mean, there's some people that swear by the U87. Some people think, 416 sounds better on their voice. So choose whatever, like, if you can get mics and test them out, do that. And figure out what sounds best on your voice. Don't listen to what other people have to say about their voice. Now, if you're a studio owner, that's a different situation. But I don't reckon many of us are in that boat. There he is.
Woohoo!
Yeah, that sounds good. I like the sound of that.
God.
Hey.
I got it.
I could tell.
Woohoo! All right, I gotta move stuff around. I'll unbox it. Well, I'm not gonna take it out of its box.
I was gonna say unbox it on the live. Yeah, do that.
No, I'm not gonna unbox the actual, like. I'm gonna show you what Rode sent me though.
Oh.
What? It's too like I don't have a lot of screen space when I'm unboxing on live because you take up half the screen.
I'll just get rid of my face.
No offense.
Get rid of my face.
You're like, yeah, please, get rid of me. Dylan, are you not enjoying being here?
No, I just you took off and I'm like I'm trying to like entertain people while I'm drilling screws out of my rack.
All right, so the Revolution Rodecaster Pro II. That's a little booklet. I got a booklet, guys.
The Revolution. Oh wow, is that ever pretentious?
I have no idea what's in this black box. The last time it was a hat. I got a hat. Yeah, I got a cap, a road cap. I think it's something along those lines. And, oh, I got a dust cover for it. Dust cover for the Rodecaster Pro.
I'm curious. Daniel, and I record at 192 for vinyl, so I get you. What's your use case for 96K? Especially on an RCP2. Like, why is that?
Well, you can record music on a Rodecaster Pro.
But why would you?
Why
That's
not?
what it's for. It's not what it's for.
No, it's supposed to be now. It's supposed to be music production as well. That's
Oh,
upside down.
road, fuck off. You guys are getting into the big leagues. You're gonna get quashed.
I got mine.
Got mine.
Yeah. So this is the Rodecaster Pro II. I'm not going to unbox this now. There's going to be a video. Actually, I think that video will be coming Monday. My weekend, I think, is going to be set. What I will unbox, though, are the stuff that won't be in the video. So I've got a dust cover for a Rodecaster Pro II. You know what? People laughed when Rodecaster. I've got a dust cover for the original Rodecaster. And I don't even own the original Rodecaster.
You have the dust cover.
Well,
smallest
I
barbecue
remember
cover.
I asked them because I was like, hey guys, I want to do videos on the Rodecaster. Could you send me one? Like I would like to do videos like on the updates and stuff like that. And they sent me the dust cover. I'm like, well, that doesn't make any bloody sense. But cool. Cuckoo. This is literally just a dust cover. I'm ripping it apart from the bottom. Oh, yeah, baby.
Oh yeah.
Hard shell dust cover right there, bud. I'm going to try to not get my fingerprints all over it.
This is the most fucked up live stream we've ever done.
What?
I'm dismantling things. You're unboxing something.
Nobody asked you to dismantle. Actually, you know what? I'm going to change the name.
That's funny.
Got my road.
You gotta make a short
Caster.
out of this and be like, this is how our live streams devolve over the years.
Once we used to just sit here and chat with everybody. Now we're actually just doing work while we're doing the live stream.
Pretty much.
Okay,
It's basically turned into a Twitch stream at this point.
So I'm gonna just scroll through and see if I missed anything. YouTube claimed what they wanted to protect small channels with removing the dislike count. Yeah, that's bullshit. It just I think it created less of an interest in YouTube. The dislikes. My mic was a Behringer B1. It was good except for 10B boost and found it difficult. Worker B, and I've been happy ever since. Worker B is a great microphone. Someone had to poop unexpectedly. No poo. Sounds best my book. How hard do you find it listening to your own voice when you first heard it? Andrew, you get used to it really fast. It's awkward at first because you feel like you sound dumb. That was me. I feel like I sound dumb when I talk, but I no longer do. And I've also gotten used to, I'm on the radio.
Well, and also you learn to, there's always that old adage, everyone hates the sound of your own voice. So it's like, I'm sorry, but if you're in the voiceover industry, you can't hate the sound of your own voice. That has to go away.
Yeah.
I have learned to not hate the sound of my voice.
Yeah.
There's some things that I say that annoy me, but other than that, I don't hate the sound of my own voice.
There's the thing you were talking about, Daniel, about the 24-bit 48 kilohertz. Dylan, we were entertained. Were you not entertained? Lower latency monitoring when adding host-based VSTs. Yeah.
Sometimes that works, sometimes it doesn't. Depends on the protocol.
Yeah.
Sometimes the protocol compensates.
Stu George, does the AKG P220 420 have a broadcast cousin, the AKG lineup that has a transformer in it? I think
I don't know of any AKG broadcast branded microphones really. I know they have a lot of obviously the C series.
C series. C214 I think has a transformer in it, but it's not a broadcast microphone.
No, none of them are to my knowledge.
No, and they're all condensers, which kind of the only real broadcast condenser is the AKG, the Neumann BCM 104.
Honestly, I just for sweat bags. So I have the everything bundle. I've had it for years, and I have to say, most of what you get is shit. Most of the stuff in the bundle, there are some isotope plugins I really do like. Ozone is a standard. Ozone has become the digital industry standard for mastering. There are mastering engineers that will punch me in the face for saying that. But there's other stuff I don't know, their pitch correction is garbage. Nectar, in my opinion, is a pointless plugin. Everything that Nectar can do, that Neutron can do, and the things that Neutron can't do are basically the pitch correction, which is garbage compared to what Waves and Solemnity are doing. So yeah, I don't know. I think, yeah, the Everything bundle. Yeah, it's still a good deal because even the stuff that you do get that's actually useful, Neutron and Ozone, and even Vocaline is, or not Vocaline, Vocal Synth is kind of neat. Although I haven't found any practical applications for it. Yeah, I don't know.
So I'm holding a box right now. This is just a black box with a gold seal. The gold seal says, "The choice of today's creative generation, Rode." And they're actually proving themselves right with that. So let's unpeel. I looked inside and I'm thrown off.
Look at that! Look at that big contract seal right on that. That's you gotta sign that in blood before you can open the box.
There's a Rode. I think it's a cooler. That is the most random thing. Oh, they sent me a shopping bag the last time. Like one of those reusable shopping bags.
That's not bad. You could always use more of those.
Oh, wow. It's a toque. I got a Rode toque.
Ah, that's cool. I gotta say, that's cool.
All right, one second.
That's cool.
I got to turn my headphones up because I can't hear you through my toque. All right. I am so wearing this year, and it's big enough for my head. There's also a couple other things.
It's very Canadian. It's good. I love it. Oh, that's a nice toque, actually.
It really is.
That's a nice toque. It's the video's delayed, so.
Yeah, the hat was also really, really, really nice. But I don't wear hats. I do wear toques because I live in Canada.
That is a nice. I'm kind of jealous, actually. That's a really nice toque.
I'll see if they're willing to send me one for my producer.
Well, can you buy them?
I don't think so.
Because like I would buy one. Like,
well,
ask them if I can buy one.
This is actually
or ask them
cooler.
if you can buy one, and I'll just give you the money.
This is like a lunchbox, a Rode lunchbox.
That's kind of neat. I mean, the toque. I like the toque more personally.
Yeah, it's massive, by the way. I've got a big head, and this thing just fits.
Oh yeah.
So one second, I'm gonna take it off because I'm getting a little sweaty.
That'll be your kind of new thing, like Bandrew.
Yeah.
That'll be every video you wear the Rode toque.
Wearing a toque.
In the middle of summer. In the middle of June.
I also have a Rode, oh my god, RODECASTER Pro II pin.
Oh wow.
Oh, you can't see that because it's...
Give it a sec.
A RODECASTER Pro II pin. It's got a double pin part in it, so like 2 pins on your shirt.
Yeah.
I don't know where I would wear this.
Right? Like, I guess maybe Canadian Music Week.
Canadian, actually, I think I might try to get into Canadian. I'm also going to NAMM next year. That's one
I was going to say, you have to wait because CMW was last week. So
yeah, I know. NAMM next year. So this year, where they actually announced the RODECASTER Pro II, I want to start live streaming from NAMM. And I'm actually going to take holidays to go to NAMM and just live stream. They also sent me XLR cable identification rings, which...
That's cool.
These things, they sent me another box with the dust cover from the last time I requested it. So I'm actually these things are nice. And with all of my XLR cables tend to get just like used and put back, or they sit in a pile on my desk. So something like this would be nice so I can like identify on the floor which one is mic 1, which one's mic 2. So I actually really like this. The pin, I have no idea what I'm going to do with it. It is really cool though. Like, it's a nice looking pin.
Yeah.
So
yeah, and the toque and the lunchbox even.
The lunchbox I'm looking forward to. I don't know. I'm starting school. I needed a lunchbox for school.
I'd use that as like for like live gigs. I'd put little padding inside it and use it as like a mic carrying case.
Oh, dude, no. I use a camera bag for that. Perfect for it.
Yeah,
I also have...
Although the lunchbox is free, so there's that. I
also have the... So I picked up a pair of old lights. Remember those old halogen lights? Not halogen, the... yeah, so I took the stands out. So I'm using this one stand for my key light. But the case that they come in is one of those large aluminum cases. So I'm thinking about making a mic case with it, where I can actually put foam in and cut out all the mics and put all the mics in there. Oh, it wouldn't be that hard, and it would actually solve a lot of my mic storage problems.
And it would look boss as fuck walking into a gig with that.
Right? Well, if you want, maybe we can talk about. You can have the thing, and you can. Do you do live anymore? Like,
not at the moment, but once I'm, you know.
Oh yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
The BBC uses U87 TLM103, C214, and C414 condensers for radio.
Those are all pretty standard.
You can't go wrong with any of those. Like, any of those are pretty much going to do you right.
I'd say the 214 is on the edge of, you know, what I consider tolerable for a pro application like the BBC, but I imagine they use those in like little booths or something.
Yeah, I guess they call these beanies in the USA. And the nice thing on the front of the toque, it's got the Rode O.
Well, I always thought like there's like toque, and then I always thought the beanie was the one with the little slack that had a little.
Well, yeah, they're all kind of the same, right? Like it's
the beanie is the wool condom.
The toque is the Canadian version that keeps you warm, and it's meant to keep you warm in the winter.
Oh, a toque, eh? I gotta have
buddy.
A toque.
The pin is reserved for formal occasions only. When I formally represent Rode anywhere, I will wear it.
You're right, that's it.
So
gonna go to the White House Correspondents' Dinner with that on your lapel.
I have a concept for a video that I really want to do, but it requires me finding a brand flag. So, you know, like one of those big flags with a brand name on it?
Yeah.
The concept video I want to do is something along those lines. I don't know who to ask. I wanted to ask like Behringer for it, but I don't think they'd be interested in talking to me. So I'm going to be looking around. I want to try finding one of those flags because I'm getting a lot of this random ass like stuff from companies, which is cool. Like, I mean, I'll use a toque. I'll probably lose it within a day or two as well. But yeah, I this idea that I have is hilarious. It's a funny ass video. So I guess I've got to get on that. I'll see how many companies actually have flags. That's too old man to be a beanie. This is not old man. How dare you, Bangs? This is delightfully, like, it's knitted. It's a knitted.
I think that looks boss as hell, actually.
Yeah.
I'm very into that beanie.
Yeah. I'll talk to Julian at Rode and see if he can, because I actually need to see if he can send you a RODECASTER Pro II. So we can do a project on it.
Yeah.
So
I mean, at the end of the day, like, it's free advertising for them. Like,
well, the concept that I want to do with it would be really cool for them. Like, it would be kind of a statement video. Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna see what he says. But I need to get the videos out for this first, so I can say, hey, look what I did, and look what you're getting from it. Could we get another one? Because I do recognize that they're sending me a large amount of money and stuff here. Mm-hmm. I have a Star Wars promotional hat from a Blue Jays game. It has an R2-D2 pattern. They call him an R2-D2. That's cute.
That's cool.
Any coupons? No, sorry, Anton. Sorry, buddy. Behringer would use someone else's flag.
That is accurate.
Yeah, this is a Rode flag with it crossed out.
Sean spilling the tea.
Yeah. It'd be Rode crossed out, and it would just underneath in black Sharpie it would say Behringer. Yeah. My uncle has a Tiger Cats hat that looks very familiar. Yeah, they probably ripped it off. I'm sure there's only so many styles for toques, guys. Like there's
you mean beanies.
It's a toque. I live in Ottawa,
toque,
buddy.
Bud.
Toque there, bud. This has been a fun little live stream. And like I mentioned, I literally put it up there, got my RODECASTER Pro II, and we jumped up to like 24 people in the live stream. So I guess I'm not opening it today. I'm not actually going to open it on the live stream. Only thing I opened was my lunchbox that I got from Rode, and my toque, and my dust cover for my RODECASTER Pro II.
You could be a dick and you could say, hey, if we can crowdsource like $200 in super chats. We're not doing that. Please don't do that.
Isn't that the dick way to go?
We're not doing that. Please, no. I mean, if you want to send money, sure, but we're not going to do that.
Need to do a Mark Rober-like audio experiment with the RODECASTER. Maybe something with the Doppler effect. I don't know. What do you think I could do with this? Like, I've got a lot of plans for the RODECASTER. I want to record a song with it. That's one of my biggest ones. I want to see how this works as a music interface.
Proper.
Because I have an Arturia AudioFuse Studio to compare it to, which it's not going to beat the AudioFuse Studio for music production. It just won't. However, I mean, does it have to? If you're an all-arounder musical person, also with a podcast, is this the way to go? We'll find out. So yeah, I'm not going to open it up right now. This will probably be Monday's video. It's just going to be an unboxing and a first impressions video, and then I'm going to take the week with it to really kind of get the review chops up. I don't want to release anything too early and anything be wrong, because that's the death knell of a review channel. So I do have to say, though, it basically presents itself like a Rodecaster. I'm going to be a little disappointed. I really like the form factor of the original Rodecaster. I think the original form factor was sexy as hell, and I don't think it's going to be as nice. So it doesn't... Really? It doesn't look like, in things I've seen, I haven't held this one in my hands yet. And by the way, in case you're wondering, this is staying in its box until I record the video. I promise I'm not going to be snooping. I won't see this before I shoot the video. So, but I do, like, when I put hands on with that Rodecaster Pro, man, was it ever sexy. Like, it was a really, really nice piece of machinery. I only hand out $2 bills the class away, folded long ways and straight to the girl dancing. Attaboy, Bangs.
Attaboy.
Now we have a reason to look forward to Monday. You didn't before with my Q9U video? Harsh. You know what I do need? One of the things that probably the next big purchase is going to be a top-down cam. Actually, I'm probably going to end up getting a new main cam, and then
use that one as a top-down.
T7i will be the top-down camera. That's like $4,000, so I'm a little ways off that, considering I'm going back to school and won't have that much money to spend. But if things start to pick up, that's one of the things I want to do is get that, so we can do like the top-down unboxings and kind of. I would love to shoot a video with the top-down going at the same time, and then I can just take the two feeds and drop them on top of each other. Anyways, you're running long today. I'm sorry, Bandrew. Sorry, buddy. Do we have to get off?
Always
Bandrew, I don't want to get off. Yeah, always running long, yeah. I'm showing off on my toque, dude.
Is that the first comment that Andrew said? And basically, the first thing that Bandrew said on the stream was for us to get the fuck off the stream.
I need to know. I need your review, Bandrew, on the Rode toque. Did you get a Rode toque, Bandrew? I'm waiting for your answer, man.
Just say yes, because if you say no, he's never gonna let you live it down.
No, I'm not like that. I want his review on it. No, I am not like that. I will totally. I don't know how we could work this out. I want Bandrew to do a Rode toque review. That's kind of what I'm thinking here.
No, you guys should tag team. You guys should both like do it like a collab video. Do a review of the toque.
Oh, awesome. And it can be a Canadian review. I'll stick my head in the freezer. Bandrew, I have no idea. Maybe I should check. You didn't even open the box, Bandrew? Oh man, I haven't.
He's just so used to getting all the cool shit.
No, to be fair, when I get stuff, it usually sits in the box, like the box it's shipped in, until I'm ready to use it. Yeah. Most stuff. I knew that they were sending me other stuff with this. Plus, this is like my next video, so I was gonna take it out right away. Oh, he does have it, dude. Bandrew, we need to do a
collab
review, collab toque review, man.
Oh, that's gonna be amazing.
So you can be a beanie review, I can be a toque review. What do you think of the what do you think of the toque, man? Or beanie or
first impressions. Toque, right? First impressions. What do you got?
Probably under the pile of U87s he has. I'm pretty sure Bandrew doesn't have a pile of U87s. No, but when I get stuff, so like if I unbox everything, it's just a freaking mess in my studio, and I cannot, under any circumstances, get anything done. So I leave boxes packed until I'm ready to do the video on them. And once again, I'm ready to do the Rode video, so it's not the big... It is really high quality, eh? Like, it's a really nice toque/beanie.
I'd say.
And the fit is fantastic. Once again, here, let's showcase the fit. So what you're looking for in a decent toque is you're looking for ear coverage, okay? So when the toque comes down, it's got to touch your eyebrows, and it's got to go over your ears. If it doesn't go over your ears, it's not very good because cold earlobes are bad. Does it make you a Rhodes Scholar? It's pronounced toboggan. I switched to a baseball cap because it's way too hot. That's actually one of the reasons why we need to do a review on this, Bandrew. I am totally going to be messaging you on Twitter, Bandrew.
I can't come. Oh my god.
Yeah.
This whole thing is just gold.
It's going to be awesome. We have to have the two perspectives, right? You got to have, and we can release same day, man. You do one for you, I'll do one for me. We make sure we cross over a little bit, and then we can drop them same day. It'll be fantastic. Make it like a Thursday video or something. I know Bandrew's also been overworked, so it's hard to ask him to do extra work, but I think it'd be fun. Anyways, everyone's like, do this review now. Rhode is in Sydney. They only have 5 days a year. It's cold enough for a beanie. Most of their business, I'm guessing, is in North America though. So, and a good portion of North America gets snow.
Not now.
Well, not at the moment, no.
Wait, it was 40 degrees here yesterday.
Yeah, it's been ridiculous over the past couple days. Yesterday I think was 42 with the Humidex, and it's that soapy, soupy kind of feel. So it's really gross. That's cool. I'm glad Bandrew got one of the two.
So for our American friends, it's about 105, 106.
Yeah. By the way. Oh, you did the math. Thank you for that.
No, I got Siri to do the math.
All right. So by the way, the reason I've gone long is because my wife's in Toronto. I'm running solo again this weekend.
Just unhinged, Aiden.
I'm not talking about my nipples. It's winter in Aussie land. Yeah, and there is snow in New Zealand, which I know is in Australia. I get it, but it's like USA and Canada. It's like USA and Canada. It's okay.
Watch the Australia-New Zealand thing, man. That'll get you killed.
Don't ask Bandrew for things he doesn't like. It will point you out and make fun of you. Just saying. What do you mean? No, he's fine. Plus, Bandrew knows I only jest in good fun. I will probably do a Rode beanie review. The worst part is I still have to call this a sponsored review. That's
let's not go back there. My God.
This has been sponsored by Rode.
Remember that was like an entire stream where we were going back and forth on that issue.
Yeah, I still think it's bullshit. But
I think it's bullshit too.
Yeah, it is what it is. Yeah, Sean's in Toronto. Sean knows. Although Toronto is like, I don't know.
Hey, Sean, you should come and hang out over here.
Is it really Canadian if it's in Toronto?
I'm like an hour and a half away from you.
That's like Vancouver and Toronto are the two cities where do you really get a real winter. Up in Ottawa, you get a real winter.
Oh, yeah, and in Toronto where they have 2 inches of snow and they call in the military.
Oh, shots fired.
Yeah.
Yes, winter in Australia means a long sleeve T-shirt. Aw. That's rough. Are we talking northern or southern Australia? Like I heard southern Australia does get some snow. So my dogs are mad at me right now because I haven't fed them. All right, guys. Yeah, Bandrew says on the bright side, only 136 days until Halloween. Yay. Whoop. Get a jester hat and join the ICP. Be a juggalo. That's some good advice right there. Bandrew laying down some truth. All right, guys. Look forward to got my first Rodecaster video coming out Monday. We'll go over all the basics of the unboxing and the first impressions, and then the review will probably be coming later in the week or then Monday after. So I think I'm going to run a couple Thursday videos. I've got some videos in the coffer that have been in there in a long time. I've got one video for the... it's funny because Sean actually requested me to use bluegrass music for some of the music going in an outro. And I did the blue... Is it the blue one? No, it's... I forget the boom arm. I did a review on a boom arm. Like, I think it was February?
The OC White?
No, it's not OC White. It's the... it's a relatively
compass?
cheap one.
Isn't it one with the word compass in it?
That's Blue Compass. It's not the Blue Compass. I can't even remember which one it is.
Oh, however, it was the Mika.
No, it's not the Mika either. If I had
know,
the Mika, I would have
I'm
done a
being
review
sarcastic.
on it. Yeah.
Because Mika's not cheap.
So I do have a review on that, but I think I did it in like February. And it's just been in the coffers waiting because basically whenever I need a week off, I throw one of those videos out and I can take the week off. But I haven't taken any weeks off. So I need to probably start getting rid of that and building up some more of my my coffer videos. So I think I might run a couple Thursday videos. The question videos like Q&A videos died. Nobody's asking questions. There was one, Andrew C. Andrew C asked like 12 questions. I can't have a Q&A video with only 12 questions or from one person. The big question is it a music production studio? We will actually be covering that at some point with the Rodecaster Pro II. 48K ain't the worst.
No. In fact, Spotify trims shit down to 44.1 anyway. So,
yeah.
And most people are listening on Spotify. So I always say, unless you're doing stuff for vinyl, it's pointless to do anything above 48.
Yeah. So 48.
And I will happily fight anybody on that.
So I have a couple songs. I completely forget to send you this. So I have stopped any projects in the music because I'm so busy I can't even think. But I did have those couple of my originals that I was going to send to you, and I was going to make you pick one. And then I was just going to record the acoustic and get some of the other instruments.
I'm really the one you and I talked about that I...
The box?
That I know. Yeah, okay, I was going to say it, but yeah.
All right. It'll be the box.
That's
you haven't heard the other song, though. I'm just saying. I'll hold this other song. I'll hold the other song for next time. The next time I want to do an original and fuck around, that's when I'll do it. Elgato, Mika. All right, guys. Cheers.
I only have one Miko.
Thank you for having yourself, wow, crap. I just screwed up the outro. I just, like diarrhea voice. That's all I did, man. I just like...
Everything about this stream has been ridiculous. Every single thing about this stream. Other than you fine people.
I recorded 32-bit, 384 hertz to downmix to my 128 megabits per second.
304K, not 304 hertz.
I think it's...
384 hertz is a...
Banjo, be nice to Banjo. Be nice to Banjo.
Now that's 32-bit fixed point, right? Not floating point. That's you gotta do fixed point. 32-bit fixed point, because that's a thing.
All right, guys. Have yourselves a great week. Video coming out on Monday, and we'll see you then.
128 megabits or kilobits?
384 hertz. 128 megabits per second.
Megabits. That's...
Yeah. All right. Bye, guys.